back. You are watching DXV today, and you know what? We're talking all about party planning. New Year's Eve is just days away, and it's the perfect time. So how do you create that perfect event? Well, one woman is known for creating memorable events for whatever you are celebrating is Tamanna Vasandani. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And I'm going to say it, Eventreprize.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm rocking the names and titles today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You brought this beautiful, what would you call this, like a centerpiece?
It's like a centerpiece. It's like table decor.
Did you actually make this yourself?
Not really. I wish I could. But I don't know if you noticed it. I've actually put DXB today and...
I was going to say, it's on the baubles.
Oh
yes,
yeah, you personalized it.
I love personalizing everything, so this is one of the things that I like.
Let's talk themes, because that's something you specialize in, creating that perfect theme. I mean,
Yes.
how do you start? Where do you start? What are your top tips?
So top tips would be just speaking to the client. What do they like? You know, sometimes they want, a lot of people go for a very boho vibe. Even if it's New Year's, they're just like, make it very boho and just very chill. Don't jazz it up. And I personally love gold. So I'm trying to introduce that everywhere.
Very boho.
Yeah, you can see it over here.
The least boho colour ever.
So I'll be like, yeah, we can go for boho, but can we add disco balls or something, you know, like just basically to make it look a little shiny, a little glitter, something which is flashy. Yeah, basically that.
Now, Tamanna, I don't host a lot of parties. When I do, it's very, very casual, but I want to up my game. What is the essential decor that I need to have?
Candles.
Candles.
If you want to go easy, candles just create the most amazing vibe in the house. It's very warm. Have dim lighting, have candles. And of course, like if you're hosting, food is great.
Yeah, absolutely. But what would you say the most essential part of the decoration should be? Is it the entryway when you come in, or is it the main
It
party
sets
area?
the tone. It sets the tone. So I obviously also emphasize on having fragrance. Yeah, some diffusers in the house. It just creates the experience when you're walking in. You know, you don't want food smell coming, right? Like when you're entering, you want it like smelling nice. So it just sets the tone. So if you have some candles at the entrance of the house, or a little bit of decor, you know, it just could be like some New Year balloons, you know, like gold balloons, silver balloons, whatever.
There we go with the gold. Totally pushing the
Or even like disco balls, that also works well. So if you just have that at the entrance, and then as you walk along the house, some, you know, fringe decor, again, balloons works really well. You could just have that around. It just sets the tone that there is a party going on. It's not a dinner vibe. It is a party vibe. And of course, if you have some colored lights, disco lights, moving lights, please add that.
Get one of those massive laser lights that lets everyone know.
Music, obviously, like that's all about it, right? Like
Not at Dina's parties.
Oh, no, yeah. No, when I do it, I connect it to my phone, and then every time I get a notification, the music pauses for us.
put it on airplane mode.
Yeah, I do not do that.
How would you carry this theme, like elegantly like this, through like to the outside? Because we're in that beautiful time of year here where we're inside outside. How do you carry that outside?
So I suggest that they put up like nice long tables and then have few flowers, but again, a lot of candles. You can actually have these string lights in the backyard. You know, it works really well for backyard parties. It just, you know, amps it up and you feel festive. It's a very cozy vibe. And of course, if you're going for a massive party, then we suggest party lights on the tea stands, like all the color changing and moving gobos just to get you like in a dancing mood. So that's different.
What about then bringing both of you into this? Because I think we're speaking quite generally about the lucky people that have villas and gardens and such, but obviously a huge population in the UAE live in apartments.
Yes.
So how do then you, I guess, give the same ambiance of a party, the elegance of a party, but in a much smaller space?
So again, you do a little bit entrance decor, you do some balloons, because obviously if it's an apartment, I'm assuming it's a smaller space, right? So whatever you can do ceiling-wise, you should do it. So you keep the space for your guests to move around. And one tip I really want to give, because a lot of people don't look into this, is having cocktail tables, you know, for people to stand, hang out, chit-chat. They don't like to come and sit on a couch. One of my clients once told me, the minute you put a couch, it's going to be a downer party. And when you keep like, you know, the bar stools, the higher stools, and you have a cocktail table, it means you want people to hang out, chit-chat, talk, move around. Because once you sit down, you just sit down, right? You don't mingle around. So that's one of the tips I would love to
that's
give
true.
people.
I think I would just say, like, again, it's just the planning and the organization. The space is kind of not irrelevant, but just a smaller size. But it's just being there from the moment. So you're creating that beautiful entrance.
Yeah.
Make sure that when your guests arrive, that you welcome them very warmly, that you're ready for them, and that there's some kind of flow to the process. Like, you've shown that you're welcoming, that you're planning, that you're organized, and that you're ready for them to be, that you're really present in them being there. I think that that's the biggest thing. Villa, apartment, either way, as long as you're really present and welcoming them, you're not, again, running things. There's actually a huge tip that I would say that I learned when I moved to Europe, actually, about people bring flowers a lot to people's homes, or they bring a gift. If you can, no matter what that gift is, and it doesn't matter what that gift is, it's just the thought, and it really is the thought that goes behind it, is when you just send it in advance, if you can. And now we live in Dubai, where you can send everything in advance, but the reason why to do that is because then the host doesn't have to be worrying about it. Now, if we live in larger villas, we often have at least one person to help us because it's such a large space. But in smaller apartments, you may not have that. And so therefore, you're gonna have to take the gift, put it somewhere, run somewhere else, and you're running around a lot. So if you send it in advance, then the host doesn't have to worry about it.
So Tamanna, I just want to bring it back to New Year's Eve because we're days away right now. Memorable midnight countdown. What are your tips?
Firstly, the countdown shouldn't be at 8 p.m.
I was gonna say 8 p.m. countdown.
I mean, I have a second countdown for the adults.
So what I feel like a lot of the years that I've been in Dubai, we obviously put on the Burj Khalifa live, right? You want to see the fireworks, you want to know what's going on. We do get a lot of, you know, those horns that you get, like the big party packs, you just have it. Everybody has one, we wear the hats and stuff. I just feel like it's always just watching the Burj Khalifa, but as you can see, I feel like there needs to be something which is more personal. I feel like have some balloons at home. This is just one of the ideas. And keep markers there. Let people write their wish or something that they want to let go of 2024. And at the count of, like at 12 o'clock midnight, try to release these balloons in the air, like as an activity at your party. It just sits very well. Like, you know, it's something that you want to let go or something that you wish for, you just release it in the air together.
Sweet.
It sounds perfect. Tamanna, thank you so much for coming on the show. Our time is
you
up,
for
but I
having
know
me.
that all of us have loads of questions for you.
I do want to say one thing.
Tell me.
Burj Khalifa Live, Dubai One TV with Lane Redmond. Thank you, Tamanna.
Get
Yes,
involved. Tamanna,
definitely.
thank you so much for
Most
being with us
welcome.
and have a fantastic New Year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, our spotlight today is on two sisters who started making cakes in their kitchen almost 15 years ago. And today, they have one of the best cake shops in town. This is Sugarholic.